Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to be doing another storytime video, and again I'm going to be playing Overwatch in the background because I've been playing it for so long, it's kind of just easy to zone out and just do it. So I'm going to be talking about some of my summer camp stories today, which I have a lot of. Some of them, they're funny to me, but they might not be funny to you. So, but I have a couple good ones I know will score, or at least will be interesting. Some of you may know them, some of you might not. But we're just going to get right into it. So, as soon as, well, actually not as soon as we can get in this game, we'll just start it now. So, I'll start explaining it now. My summer camp was at the Montclair Tennis Club, the town where I live. And it was a pretty good camp when I was younger, because there was a lot of nice counselors. They were really cool, and they'd like play games with us and stuff. But now that we're older and there's new counselors, the old ones have gone off to college, or like just stopped doing it. And now we have some worse counselors. And I think I'm probably too old for it. Me and most of my friends are kind of getting bored of it now. But it was fun at the time. It was fun while it lasted. So, I'm gonna start with probably like my best story. I don't know if it's my best. It's my saddest story from camp. It's the story of Fred, man. Frederick Usta Johnson III. Oh my god. The greatest moth alive to ever live. He was too young. So, to start this story, spoiler alert, Fred is dead. The saddest thing that could ever happen. Fred was killed at such a young age. I don't know, maybe he was at an old age. He was pretty big. So, we went to camp, and then we noticed that on the side of the wall at camp, outside, there was this huge moth, like bigger than any moth I've ever seen. It was like about the size of my hand, if not bigger, and we decided to name him Frederick Usta Johnson III, just because it was the best name possible. Yeah. So we named him, and then, of course, as children do, once you name him, you become attached. And Fred was our best friend, man. He was my best friend. And then some girl, little bitch, named Raven was like, oh my god, it's a moth, ew, gross. And then she's just like, let's kill it. So, of course, she killed it. As you do. I will kill her. I will get my revenge. She was like, oh, let me throw this tennis ball. Ah. And then, before we knew it, before we could do anything to stop it, Fred was dead. He will never be forgotten, though. His legacy will live on. It's one of the saddest stories I've ever heard. And I don't think I'll ever hear anything sadder. And no, a better moth. Well, I know I won't know a better moth, because Fred was legit. So, my next story is about another... Moths bugs? I was gonna say it's about another bug, but I don't know if moths are counted as bugs. Or no, no, spiders aren't bugs. Spiders are like arachnids. But are moths bugs? I think so. Probably, right? Oh, I thought that was the enemy, Arissa. Not supposed to be focusing on the game. But, yeah. So the next story is about a black widow spider. You know those things, if you don't know, they're poisonous. One of the poisonous spiders. And they're one of the most known spiders. I'm sure you know. You know, because, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, whatever. Superhero, Avengers, whatever. So we were just chilling in the pool, as you do. Because at the camp, you spent 4 hours at the pool every day. It was a pretty long camp. But yeah, you spent 4 hours at the pool. And then, so we were at the pool, we were in the deep end. And I saw this little black spot on my friend Paul's arm. And I go to him and I say, and I look at it. And I look at it closer and I realize it's a spider. And I'm like, ew, gross. But then I realized it's a black widow. And I just started screaming. Like, not really loud, but at my friend, at Paul, I was like, dude, it's a black widow. Put your arm in the water. So he did, like, really fast. I don't know where it went, but I definitely didn't imagine it. Like, I saw it vivid. It was a big black spider with a big red spot. Like, I knew it was a black widow because I've seen them before. And I know what they look like. And it was pretty freaky, man. But then, after it happened, we didn't know where it went, so we told the lifeguard that it was still in the pool, you know? And all the lifeguards were foreign. They couldn't understand a word we said, so we were like, there's a black widow in the pool! And they had no idea what we were talking about. They were like, huh? And then, I guess it just disappeared, or it like got sucked into the drain or something, because we never saw it again. But it was so annoying, because we were like, there's a black widow! And they were like, brushing us off, like we weren't saying anything. And at the time, we didn't realize that they couldn't understand us. We thought they were just being annoying. Well, we vaguely knew, but it wasn't like, oh, geez, they, you know, they have no idea and we shouldn't even talk to them in the first place if they're not going to understand a word we say. But I guess it's, I don't know, I thought that every country, like, called them Black Widows, but, you know, in their language. I guess not. I guess it, like, that's just an American figure of speech thing? Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure there's no one from other countries, but if there is, comment down below and see what they call them in your country, if they're like Black Widows. Or maybe they just couldn't understand any English, those people. I have no idea. But that's that story. I'm gonna do the next one. Just so now. It's not super interesting. But my next story, there's one jerk kid, Zach, I think his name. I'm pretty sure it was Zach or another kid that left. Actually, I don't know if it was Zach, but it was a kid, okay? And he was grabbing all these little kids, including me, because I was smaller, and he was drowning them. Literally, like, drowning them. That was the worst ult throw of all time. Oh, never mind. But yeah, he was, like, holding them under until they couldn't breathe, and that was, like, so I told my mom about it, and then my sister found out, and my sister, being, like, the amazing person that she is, went to the camp, and she wanted to go. So okay, before I get to this part, I'm just gonna tell you that I had another friend from camp. His name was Ben. He was kind of my friend. He was a little bit of a jerk too, but most people at camp were a little bit of a jerk. But so yeah, there was Ben, and then there was the kid that was drowning people. I don't remember his name. It was maybe Zach, but I'm not exactly sure what his name was. Puns. But yeah, so the kid, I told my sister found out that some kid was drowning a little kid, so she went to the camp, being the great person she is, and she was like, because I described him, I think she thought she knew who it was, so she went up to Ben, Ben, not Zach or whatever his name was, and she went up to him, and she punched him right in the face. That was like the best thing ever. That's like one of my favorite stories, just because she was such a cool person to that. And that was amazing. And she came back and she was like so proud of herself. I felt so bad. She was like, I punched the dickhead in the face. And I'm like, wait, you mean wrong person? And then I think she went and apologized maybe, or she just didn't say anything to him ever again. But that was one of my funnier stories. I feel bad for Ben. I don't know what he thought, because he just got punched in the face. Looking back on it now, he probably could have taken a punch to the face. Not like taken, like he was super strong or anything. But he probably deserved a nice punch in the face. He was kind of a dick. But, so, good, happy ending. A dick got a punch in the face. Not the right kid, but the other kid eventually got in trouble, I think. Or he ended up leaving the camp, I'm pretty sure, so it wasn't a bad ending. I realized just all of a sudden that I'm focusing on the game and not my story. But I'll continue. I'll do the next story. So this one isn't an amazing story or anything, but we used to play, just as a little backstory, we used to play Capture the Flag all the time at our camp, and it was pretty fun actually, when everyone was like taking it seriously and not like cheating. But yeah, I liked it. I really liked Capture the Flag. That was one of my favorite games to play at camp, and it was all fun until we wanted to see who could get the ball like hardest to get to, and they didn't say a rule about not putting it in trees, so we put it as high up as we possibly could get it in a tree. We like threw it up, and then we couldn't get it to come down because we literally stuck it in between two branches like 20 feet up, and the dodgeball would not come down. It was pretty funny, because well, for us, not for the counselors, because they had to figure out a way to get it down. They ended up finding like this huge stick, and a couple people lifted it up together, I think, and then they like pushed it out of the tree, and that was I don't know, just it's pretty good story. So I'm just gonna do the next one. Oh, jeez, it was also while we were playing Capture the Flag. It kind of relates to this other story a little bit. Not actually at all. I don't know, I'm saying it does. But, so we were in the park where we usually played Capture the Flag, and there's a Miniland near my house, so the Miniland kids went there too, and so the Miniland kids were there the same time we were, and they usually weren't, but today they were, so we all were there together. We didn't really hang out much because they were a little bit younger than us, but we saw a couple kids go off into the woods, and we just figured that the Miniland people knew where they were at and that they did that kind of regularly. And yeah, so we just let it be. And then like 20, maybe 30 minutes later, we hear a bunch of ambulances come in, and then all the counselors like get us up to leave, and we just and then we leave, and we saw a bunch of ambulances going there, and like a helicopter came too to like med lift some kid out. Apparently some kid like went off into the woods by himself, one of the people we saw go, and he like broke his leg, and he just I don't know what ever happened to him. He was probably fine. A helicopter probably took him to the hospital, but still, it was weird for us as kids to see something like that happen. You know, because that doesn't obviously usually happen. I've never broken a bone, so I've never that was kind of a new thing for me. Not that I saw it or anything, but you know. So, yeah, that was another one of the stories. And we were such little shits back then. One of my other stories is, well, it's not even really a full story. It's just all the shit we did to the counselors. Like, we were so bad. They probably hated us. Like, we would take their phones and take like 100 pictures on them of just us making stupid faces. It was so funny to us. I'm sure they hated us. But we'd also, like, whenever we played tennis we'd like beam it at them. Some kids. I usually didn't really beam it at them. I just like hit it randomly because I was pretty much better than most of the kids there at tennis, so I just pretty much did what I want and just hit it like wherever I wanted. But you had to like run laps if you hit it over the fence, and it was like a home run derby. Everyone was trying to hit it over the fence like as high as they could and get it into like someone's yard that was back there. It was so funny to us. I'm sure they hated it because those balls are pretty expensive. I think it's like for 3 it's like $5 maybe. 3 tennis balls, nice ones. So, yeah, we were little shits back then, looking back on it now. But I think that's pretty much all my stories I have. Okay, I'll do one more. I have one more. It's when my cousin came to camp for a year. She's gone like 2 years, I think. But 1 year she came, and my cousins, or at least her and her little sister, those cousins called me Dodo, because when they were little they couldn't say Joseph, obviously, so they did Jojo, but they couldn't pronounce that right either, so they did Dodo. I guess they had really bad speech issues, or they were just little kids, I don't know. But then they kept saying Dodo. That was like my name, and it was so annoying because they'd just like scream it. They'd be like, Dodo! And then they came to camp, and I was like, please don't make me go the same week. Please don't make me go the same week. And 1 week, I went for a couple same days, and it wasn't too bad. I just had to, like, stay near her in the pool, which kind of sucked. But then 1 week, she was there alone. And I come back the next week, and all my friends were like, hey, Dodo! It was so annoying, because I guess she told them or something. She was, like, at that age, she was telling everyone. I guess it was like a year ago at that age. Yeah, she tells like everyone that when she was little she couldn't pronounce Jojo, so she said Dodo, and it's the most annoying thing ever. And to this day, it's been like 2 years, 2 or 3 actually, now that I think about it. All my friends still call me Dodo. They're like, hey Dodo, and it's so fucking annoying. But that's, I guess, the last story I can think of for now. I'll just maybe, I don't know how long I have recorded here. I'll probably just kill one person here. McCreasy. I'll McCreasy one person, and then I'll go. So, story time over. Gameplay in, baby. Pat. Jeez, I talked way too fast in that, I think. I need to take a breath. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, though. I'll do my closing thing is I wait for this to open up so I can get my 1 kill and then leave. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know so I will know to make more of videos like this. Leave a like, leave a comment. It always shows support, and I always love when you guys leave comments. Dominic. Rant. I don't even know what does that mean, bud. But yeah, I like the comments. It's nice and it shows support. So if you guys want to do more stuff like that, please do. And tell your friends if you think I am worthy of telling your friends. Well, if your friends don't already know about my channel, please tell them because it really helps, and I need money. Give me your money. Just you know, give me money, man. It's free. It's just time. You're giving me time, or no, you're giving me money, and all you're doing is time. So you're not losing anything except time. And you've got plenty of time, man. You got maybe 100 years of time. Oh, first kill. Bye. Ish. Yeah, you got plenty of time. So, subscribe. Watch all my videos till 10:01 at least. Buy no content.